Good morning, students. Today we are going to continue the chapter atoms and molecules. Already we have revised something regarding this chapter. Today let's continue from the atomic mass. What is the meaning of atomic mass? Atomic mass unit is a mass which is equal to the 1/12 carbon of one atom. Okay, if we take the carbon atom, the carbon atom mass, if we divide into 12 parts, that one part we have taken as a atomic mass unit. For example, hydrogen atomic mass is 1. Then for carbon it is 12. Then for oxygen we can say it is a 16. So these are all atomic mass of some elements. Then for nitrogen 14 we can say sodium is 23, then sulfur is 32, chlorine 35.5, then calcium is 40. So we know these are all the atomic mass of that particular element. Let's discuss about the molecule. What is the meaning of molecule? Molecule is a two or more atoms are combined. The atoms may be the same element or from different elements. For example, hydrogen, then oxygen. They are not the same element. It is a molecule. Other than this, what we can say? Water, then carbon dioxide, then sodium chloride. This also we can say as a molecule. Okay, compound is we call it as a compound. So in the molecule there will be a presence of different atoms or atoms of same element can be joined. It is called molecule. Then we must know what is the meaning of atomicity. What is the meaning of atomicity? Atomicity means the number of atoms present in a molecule. You can say the number of atoms present in a molecule is called atomicity. For example, in hydrogen, what is atomicity of hydrogen? 2. Here how many atoms present? 2 atoms of hydrogen. Okay, 2 atoms are also in hydrogen. Then oxygen, here how many what is atomicity of oxygen? Here 2, because 2 atoms of oxygen is present. Next, let's see carbon dioxide. In carbon dioxide, what is the atomicity of here now? You can see 3. How is 3 came? 1 atom from carbon. Okay, carbon is a 1 atom and oxygen is 2. So we call it 1+2. We can say the atomicity of carbon dioxide is 3. Then the same way for sodium chloride. What is the atomicity of sodium chloride? How many atoms are present in sodium chloride? 2. Only 2. Sodium and chlorine. This is the atomicity of some compounds. So atomicity means what? The number of atoms present in a molecule. That is called atomicity. So for example, oxygen is a diatomic, hydrogen is a diatomic, nitrogen is a diatomic, chlorine is diatomic. Monatomic means only 1 atom will be present. Diatomic means 2 atoms will be present. Okay. Polyatomic means more than 2, we can say more than 2. 4. Okay, next molecules of some compounds. Let's see. So the always the elements are combining in a fixed ratio. While the elements are forming a new compound, they will be combining by fixed ratio. When the elements are combining and giving a new compound, they will be combining with fixed ratio by mass. So regarding mass, they are going to join with fixed ratio. For example, in water, let's see. Okay, water. In water, how many hydrogen is present? 2. Then oxygen is 1. How many hydrogen is present? Number of hydrogen is 2. Then how many oxygen is present? 1. Okay. Now what is the mass number of hydrogen? It is 1. So we can consider it 1. Then what is the mass number of oxygen? That is 60. Okay. Now you 2 into 1 is 2. 1 into 60 is equal to 60. Now you got 1, then 8. So in this ratio only the water molecule will be formed. Then if hydrogen is 1% means then the oxygen will be 8%. In this ratio only the water molecule will be formed. In the same way for the other one we can say this ammonia. Let's take the molecule for ammonia. In ammonia, what are the atoms are present? Nitrogen and oxygen. Nitrogen and hydrogen is present. In ammonia, what are the elements present? Nitrogen and hydrogen. How many number of hydrogen is present? 1. Then how many number of hydrogen is present in ammonia molecule? That is 3. Then now mention the mass number. What is the mass number of hydrogen? That is 40. What is the mass number of hydrogen? That is 1. Then you multiply 1 into 14. 14 into 1 is 3. So the ammonia molecule, if hydrogen is 14%, means the hydrogen will be in 8%. So in this ratio only they will be combining and forming the molecule. Always they will have the fixed ratio to combine. Okay, to form a compound. Then what is an ion? What is an ion? We know that when the atom is going to involve in a reaction, the outermost orbit should be filled completely. To appear that it may lose the electron or it may gain the electron. If it is losing the electron, it is getting the positive charge. The ion will be called cation. For example, sodium, let's take. If we take sodium, in sodium, what is the atomic number of sodium? Sodium is having the 11. Atomic number is 11. So proton, neutron will be present in the nucleus. So around this one will be present. Electrons will be present. The first shell there will be 2 electrons. In second shell there will be 8 electrons will be present. Then how many electrons we have filled totally now? We have totally 10 only. Then one more is remaining. So in sodium how many protons will be present? 11. Electron will be 11. So this is called electron. reaction, it has to lose this one electron. Then only this shell will be disappear. Then after that, this is the valence shell, outermost shell. Now it can participate in the reaction. So to involve in the reaction, it has to lose one electron. So by losing one electron, how many protons will be present now? 11. So protons carry the positive charge. You know that. Now how many electron is present now? Electron is 10 only. Which charge is more? Proton charge is more. What is that? 1. So it is having. So we are mentioning sodium by mentioning plus. Yes. It is the sodium ion. If it is having the positive ion, means we can call it is a cation. The same way, chlorine. Chlorine has the negative ion. It is called anion. So this is the difference between ions. That is cation and anion. Cation means they will be losing the electrons. Anion means they will be gaining the electrons. They are gaining the negative charge of electrons. That is called anion. For example, chlorine. The same way, let's discuss about the chlorine. Shall we discuss? Okay, let's say chlorine. What is the chlorine atomic number? It is 70. 70 means what? How many protons will be present? Proton will be 70. Always proton carries the positive charge. Then how many electrons will be present in chlorine? There is a 70 magnetic charge. Okay, now let's draw that. So in the middle, proton neutrons will be present. In the first shell there will be 2 electrons. In the second shell there will be gauge. Then next here, how many electrons can be filled now? Now we can fill with 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here one is M. So for this, now it is not participating in a chemical reaction. To participate in chemical reaction, it has to gain one more electron from some other element. Then only this chlorine can be involved in a reaction. So after getting one electron from some other element, then it will be completely. It will gain only. It is not ready to lose all the 7 electrons. It is not possible. In the outermost orbital, if there is a 1 electron, 2 electron, 3 electron means they will be ready to lose the electron. The outermost orbit, if there is a 5 electron or 6 electron or 7 electron means always they will gain the electron. Now here there are 7 electrons. See here 2 electron, here 8 electron, here 7 electron is present. So it has to get 1. Then it will be involved in a reaction. Now this shell will be completely filled. To avoid that, it is gain 1 electron. After gaining, you will think of how many protons will be there now? 70 only. Now how many electrons after getting 1 electron? How many partial electrons will be present? 80. So which charge is more? Negative charge. Okay. How many? 1. That's why we are mentioning this chlorine by mentioning this anion. So it is called anion. So in your book they are given some ions, positive ion and negative ion. That is called cation and anion. For example, sodium ion, potassium ion, silver, then copper, magnesium. So which is given in your book, page number 37. No? Please you go through the page number 37, which is given in your book. So you revise this ion. If you know this ion, how many electron is lost or gained by that particular atom, then it will be easy for you to write the molecular formula. Based on this only we can write the molecular formula. So you read this. From next class, let's learn how to write the molecular formula. Okay, what is the rules we are going to follow to write the molecular formula? Please revise what we have discussed